Thanks for joining me today. This is Rob Snowhite, the fly fishing consultant, and we're going to be tying up these squirmy wormy flies today. I have no shame in tying and fishing this pattern. It's been quite successful the last couple of days. We fished it on Potomac River tributaries and caught bluegill, long-eared sunfish, a very nice largemouth bass, which is pictured here, and channel catfish. I really had no interest in fishing this pattern until a client of mine suggested it as a killer pattern for carp, so I finally went out and secured the material. You can go online and get squirmy wormy material from Spirit River, and I purchased this specifically on eBay from parkerflies.com. You can go to the craft store and get these types of materials. I'll be tying with these larger ones tonight. These are Halloween creepy heads, and they light up. You can see that. What I'm going to do now is take a heavy egg hook from Orvis, and I'm going to take some beads, and doesn't really matter what size thread. I have no shame in fishing this pattern. Like I said, it's crazy successful. It's not really cheating because I am going to an actual craft store and I'm securing the product materials, and I am attaching them to a hook as I would any other material. So technically this is a fly. And I'm shooting this, of course, from your vantage point so you can see better. So I'm just going to tie this down. I'm going to pull tight going back over the bend. The fly's halfway done. I'm going to cut off that nub. Do the same going the other direction. If you wrap too tight, you will slice this material. I'm going to be going out in about 3 hours for carp. We've got a phenomenal low tide tonight. Outgoing, and the carp flats should be nice and exposed. I'm just going to wrap right over. I will probably be using a two-handed switch rod with a split shot to get this down about 3 feet. I'm going to half hitch that off. That is the fly. Really, I mean, I would love to be able to tie full dress salmon patterns and fish them, but you saw this video is only right now 2 minutes and 24 seconds, and I've already tied one fly. I'll show you how fast you can tie them from start to finish now while I'm talking. I caught that largemouth bass. It was against the shoreline on an incoming tide under the trees. I'm going to secure my bead. The channel catfish was at the sewage outflow plant on 4 Mile Run during the incoming tide. When you have an incoming tide, the fish are more likely to move up and start feeding on everything that was exposed during low tide. I'm going to be tying orange this time around. And the channel cat, I was just bottom bouncing with a size B split shot I picked up at Chagrin River Outfitters in Chagrin Falls, Ohio last year. You can see I've really just tied this fly in a couple seconds. Wrap up, wrap forward. I think I'll be teaching these at the next Tidal Potomac Fly Rodders beer tie because they are ridiculously simple and crazy effective, and if you have no shame in fishing this, by all means, go ahead, secure them for yourselves, and see how crazy easy they are yourselves to tie. So that's the rubber squirmy worm, and I'm going to do a beadhead nymph for the next one by request. Thanks for downloading. And you can visit me online at www.robsnowhite.com.